Okay, this is David White from the Sportsman's Emporium, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a roll cast. Oftentimes, especially if you live in the eastern United States and you fish trout streams, there's a lot of trees and cover around, which really hinders you in making a back cast. And you know, you want to keep your fly out of the trees, you want to get your fly out in the water to fish. Well, there is a cast that's called a roll cast that's really good for that. And it's a very good one to learn starting out. It's good to learn until you get your accuracy down with your forward cast, because it keeps you out of trouble. It's also a good one to do from a shoreline when you're bass or bluegill fishing, like in this pond. And basically, it is one half of your regular cast. You kind of do a forward cast at the end, but you keep your line out in front of you the whole time. At no point in time do you pull your line behind you. You just lift your rod up slowly, and you get your rod tip up in the desired position, and then you push forward with your thumb and let your line unroll out in front of you. On the water, you know, that kind of, and you have to get a little bit of line out to start your roll cast. So sometimes you have to fiddle with it, pull some line out, and get it started to start. But once you're out there, you grip the rod much the same as with the regular cast. You got your thumb pointed down the spine of the rod. You're going to lift your rod tip up, and you're going to lift it up towards you. And once you get it about here where the fly line is about even with your back, you push forward, and that rolls your line right back out there with your fly. If I was actually working a fly, I'd be stripping that in. You know, I'd be stripping the fly in, and I don't have a fly on there right now. But once I got to where I didn't think I would catch a fish, I would actually wiggle my rod tip, put a little more line out, pull my line back into me, pull it back, and roll it out there as a forward cast. That is a really easy way to start fly fishing. If you're not getting the feel of the back cast and the forward cast and linking them, just use the forward cast and focus on that push forward, and use your roll cast. The thing about a roll cast is it's hard to practice off of the water, because what's really, since your line's not rolling out behind you in the air and putting pressure on that rod tip, what is giving you the pressure on your rod tip to flick your line out there is actually the water. The drag from your line rolling across the water loads your rod tip enough to get a roll cast. So it's hard to even practice that cast off of the water. Like I say, if you live near a pond or a river, anybody can try this. You know, go tie a basic fly on, like a woolly bugger or a little bass or a bluegill popper, and throw it out there and wiggle it a little bit, jerk it back in, give it some action, and then when you're done, pull it in and roll cast it right back out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with just the basic. You know, I got my line out there. I'm holding my rod tip with my thumb on it, pulling it back behind me, and then I'm going to flick it forward.